Molly, I know how much you respect the history of the game, and as this one went on, you could just feel the buzz and the tension building. What were your thoughts from the dugout watching Lopez?
You know, you're without sounding too cliche, you're still trying to find ways to win, and we kept it close. Jose had a really good night too, overall, but you know, you could tell early on that he was making pitches, and like we talked about pregame, command is good. The fact that he can throw all his pitches at different times, he kind of hung on to his changeup to the second and third times through the lineup. But we couldn't muster. They made some nice plays. There's no question. We hit a couple balls fairly well that were gloved, or infielders made nice plays. Bonifacio out there and right. And you just kind of waiting to see what happens. You know, you get caught up a little bit of spectating, at the same time trying to manage and find a way to come back and try to keep us as close as we can.
What's the chatter like in the dugout between the manager, the coaches, and the players, and back and forth when that's going on in the 8th and 9th?
Well, I think different players, different methods. You know, some are, you know, more in the line of, you know, he's got a no-hitter. I mean, you state the obvious, and other people are rattling the bat rack and talking about, you know, just get that first guy on base and the floodgates will open, those type of things. But it never really happened. Got us at least off the snide in terms of the perfect game, and Robbie hitting a changeup up the middle to kind of end the drama there. But we couldn't finish off the comeback.
Overshadowed, yes, but what did you like about Berrios?
Just things that he's been working on. You know, somewhat, I think, talked about the mental aspect of the game. I thought he was in a good place. I thought he was in attack mode for the most part. He had one long inning early on, but he still managed to get out of it with the fly ball. And, you know, it just came down to the only run, the only blemish. He kind of left the breaking ball up there with 2 strikes after he had, you know, tried to get the guy to expand. But it was a good night for him. We didn't push him too far. You know, pitch counts have been down in the last few outings with some of the performances, and we thought that was enough. But I thought it was a nice step forward.
When you have hit as many hard as you guys had, I think it's like 5 or 6, is it almost surprising to find yourself there in 3 outs away from it?
Yeah, you know, but that's how some of those type of games go, where, you know, maybe a couple good plays early in the game, you don't think about it too much, and then all of a sudden you start thinking back when you get to the 6th and 7th, and those plays are going to jump out if he's able to finish it off. And, you know, I don't know how many they were. I know Forsythe's up the middle and Polanco's to right. And, you know, I thought Adrianza hit his ball pretty good out to left center, but we've seen the last couple of nights the ball's not carrying like it did earlier in the summer. So, yeah, there were some balls that were hit fairly well that we just, you know, we couldn't get the zeros off the board.
How much pride is on the line just to not be on the wrong end of a perfect game?
I think that's part of it. You know, I mean, you know, you don't like to be in a situation, you know, to lose, shut out, no hit, you know, all those things maybe, and pick your order. But obviously everyone knows what's going on, and you want to do the best you can to find a way to, you know, get a hit on the board and then hopefully find a way to make a comeback.
How many times would you and Ned have been in the same park for a no-hitter?
I don't think ever.
No.
Yeah. I don't think he was there, and I've only been a part of a couple, you know, Juan Nieves back in '87, and you know, David Wells. So I've had minimal experience seeing them into completion.